That is the potential of this Colorado Avalanche team. When they play their best and the other team doesn't bring their A game, sometimes you end up with a blowout. Avs win over the Dallas Stars 6-3 in Game 5 to force a Game 6. The story of this game is simple. The Avs led wire to wire, and it was never particularly close. It is riddled with highlights, though, so a lot to look at least in that regard, but really, the first period was very similar to the period in Game 4, where the Stars just absolutely bodied Francouz, dumped shots into him, and forced Francouz into mistakes. The Avs did the exact same thing. They just did it to Ben Bishop. Which, by the way, there's that story as well. This starting matchup was Ben Bishop versus Michael Hutchinson. Francouz unfit to play, and the Stars deciding to start Ben Bishop for reasons. They would very quickly learn that they made a mistake starting Ben Bishop. Bellemare recovers a puck in his own zone, and for this fourth line, it's immediately off to the races as they all take off up the ice. You can see 3 wide, Nieto down the middle, and Logan O'Connor up the near side. As Bellemare gets to the neutral zone, he hits Logan O'Connor, who's leading the pass here, and O'Connor is able to receive this very nicely. It's not a perfect pass, admittedly hard to do when you're skating full speed, but O'Connor receives it well from the skate to the stick, keeping pace, which keeps the Avs pressuring the Stars defense. You can see it forces both Stars defender to turn back toward their own goaltender here. Not a super comfortable position to be in. They just keep charging. Nieto goes straight to the net. Bellemare goes hard down the far side. O'Connor finds just enough room, gets his head up to find Bellemare on the opposite side. The trailer's just a bit late. Bellemare picks it up, just fires it in, and look at that. It beats Bishop 1-0. A goal from the Avs' fourth line, and the rest of their forward core just absolutely comes to life. The Avs end up outshooting Dallas 23-5 in the first period. Complete dominance, and this is kind of what happens. It's the same thing that happened to the Avs. The Avs are starting to feel good. They're starting to get that confidence. Meanwhile, Dallas has no confidence in their goaltender, and it's just a compounding issue where the Avs keep pressing and pressing and pressing, and it only got worse for Dallas as the period went on. Dallas would hold the fort for a little while, but with a little more than 8 minutes remaining in the first period, the floodgates would open and the Avs would score 4 goals in the matter of less than 3 minutes. We're going to rapid fire these. McKinnon gets one back to Makar off of a face-off win for the Avs. They get the puck to the net. Everyone crashes. Mikko in front. Just causes a little bit of chaos. Forces Bishop to give up a rebound here. Burakovsky tracks it perfectly, is the first man to it, and just puts it home as Bishop overplayed the initial shot. Not on the rush, but an oddly similar play to the first goal for the Avs. Makar collects, hits his partner in Ryan Graves in his own zone, and then Graves goes again to the near side wing where JT Compher is starting to wind it up. This gets the Avs through the neutral zone and into the offensive zone, and again, no one from Dallas picks up the trailer on the far side. Compher gets in deep, finds his man, the cross-ice pass is perfect, the one-timer is perfect, beating Ben Bishop again. This time it's Nathan MacKinnon. This is the one that's just not going to fly from Ben Bishop. The Avs had sustained zone pressure here, but they settle for a shot from the outside from Zadorov. There's traffic in front in mass, but the puck comes in, Bishop can't control it. It bounces around in front of the net a ton, and there is just no control anywhere from anyone. Bishop just kind of sitting there, helpless, not trying to make a play on it, not trying to get set into some type of position. Eventually, that puck is going to bounce out, and Nazem Kadri this time is the man in the spot. Av said, "See you later, Bishop," after that one, but putting Khudobin in made no difference. The first shot he faces, well, look at this. First of all, beautiful little play here. Great job by both McKinnon and Rantanen to stay onside, while Burakovsky is the man carrying the puck into the zone. McKinnon even has to go around a man there and just get back on. That allows the Avs the entry, and, well, when you see something like this, you know the Avs are feeling it. Back to Sam Girard at the point. Given a ton of room, I mean, Dallas just not covering the middle of the ice essentially at all. Girard says, "Okay, thank you very much. I will walk in, I will take that, and I, Samuel Girard, will throw a backhand on net and beat Khudobin 7-hole. because that's just what you do. And then it was 5-0 after the first period, and the game was over. I say that in hindsight a little bit. Honestly, I was pretty confident about it. I didn't think this game was ever going to be close, and it wasn't, but obviously, given the blown leads in the history of this series, Avs fans weren't quite as confident on the whole. Dallas would push back a little bit in the second period, and the story there is less the goals and more the goonery. Every single play, they started beating up on the Avs at the whistle, or in the game, or just in general. It got very old fast. Not a fun time, not an interesting game. That point, you're just saying, look, hopefully the Avs can get out of this without anything stupid happening and without getting hurt. For the most part, they did, despite some stupidity from Dallas, particularly Blake Como taking some pretty unacceptable penalties. He would get thrown out later in the game, but deserved to get thrown out much earlier than he did. Either way, Dallas does pick up a few goals in the second period. For a minute, it does look like maybe there's a game here. Makar with clean possession of the puck on the breakout here. Look, he could have absolutely just dumped this puck out, and it's not a dangerous play. But on the other hand, he gets completely mugged here, taken down to the ice, which eventually results in a turnover, which Dallas takes advantage of. They find the puck, they get it in deep. Hutchinson, one-on-one, not a situation the Avs want to put themselves in, and Pavelski is able to tuck it 5-hole pretty easily. This one's more on the Avs. They get goaded into a penalty by Dallas's shenanigans, something they just can't continue to do. Certainly, you get away with it in a game where you're up 5 for most of it, but in a close game, Avs can't be doing this, and Dallas is going to try and bait them. So they got to learn quick on that front. After sustained zone pressure, Dallas continues to work it along the near boards. Eventually, they just pull the trigger from the half wall. Heiskanen fires one. It goes through Graves, not just through his 5-hole, but off of his skate, deflects up. Not much Hutchinson can do about this one. It's in the net, and it's a 3-goal game. All right, look. A quality team in the second round of the playoffs should never, ever, ever blow a 3-goal lead in the third period. But historically, it's happened. Not often, but it does happen. So if you were worried about it, the Avs come through. They say, everybody calm down now. This game is still over, and they score a pretty one. Dallas picking up possession of this puck in their own zone and trying to whip it up the ice. This is a great read by Nathan MacKinnon. He steps up hard through the neutral zone and picks up the puck. Just totally saw what Dallas was trying to do. Dallas way out of position, completely scrambling. MacKinnon actually flanked on both sides because he kept it in the zone. Rantanen in deep, Burakovsky out on the far side. And, I mean, this is Nathan MacKinnon. Dallas has to respect it. He eventually opts to go Burakovsky's way. And Burakovsky does the thing he does so well, doesn't mess with it, doesn't try and do something fancy, just says, I am shooting this into the net. Sometimes hockey is just easy. It was pretty easy in this one for the Avs. The third period, not much worth mentioning. More shenanigans, more players getting tossed out of the game. Dallas scores a goal that was not really relevant at all. It came far too late to have any effect. And the Avs win the game 6-3. The Avs did pack it in a little bit in the third period. They seemed uninterested in playing offense, which honestly was okay. They got Hutchinson some action, maybe get him a little bit of confidence, even if he did give up 3 goals in this game, because that's realistically what the Avs are facing in the rest of this series. The Avs can win this series. If they play like this game, at least the first 2 periods of it, they certainly can win this series, but let's be honest, they're playing their third-string goaltender. It's not going to be easy. Anything can happen. Hutchinson could go beast mode and throw a shutout in Game 6. It's possible, but if you're looking at historical trends, pretty darn unlikely. The Avs are going to have to protect him, and they're going to have to give him goals in Game 6 and Game 7 if they make it that far. So if they're going to win, they might just have to score their way out of this series, which is possible. I'll be honest, it felt like Dallas didn't get nearly as lucky in this game. They even hit a post, only the 3rd good post for the Avs in the playoffs. So maybe, a bounce here, a bounce there, the Avs can find a way. If they go out of the series, it's because they put themselves in a hole. If they were up 3-1 and they only need one more win with their third-string goaltender in, you think they probably get it. Having to win 3 in a row, That's a really tall task. Quick and easy. When the Avs blow them out early and keep them that way, their season is not over yet. I'll see y'all Wednesday. That is the end of this game video review. Thank you for watching. DNVR.com. You know it. You love it. Check it out. Subscribe to this channel. All of that. I'm Rudo, and I don't have to get rid of my hair just yet.
Avalanche time. Come on, grab your friends. We're going to the playoffs again with Nate.